Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of our Unknown to Greatest. And firstly, one thing I would like to do is apologise for my reactions in the last episode. May have lost my head slightly. It was a bad day, and then the game did not help. But yeah, going off that now, we have not just played 3 games since the last episode, we've either played 5 or 6. Because I have sacked a load of staff members, hired a load of other staff members, and basically restarted with the inside parts of the club. So, yeah, we needed to change something. It wasn't working. And, I've changed everything. So what we've done, I'll run over in a moment. I'm not going to go through every single staff member, but I have sacked everybody and hired all of the new staff. That's all you need to know. I've got a new assistant manager I'll show you in a moment. New coaches, I would have got a new set piece coach, but there was no better ones. So I hired some coaches that can do set pieces to help out the set piece coach. So yeah, we have done so much since the last episode, but we're going to go and get into it now. I hope you guys are looking forward to seeing what we've done. And yeah, I'm positive. I'm hoping for a huge improvement over the next couple of games. Now, from the last episode, I believe this was our next game. If it wasn't, and we already played this in the episode, I do apologise. But we drew 1-1 with Catanzaro. We were rubbish. We were lucky to get a 1-1 draw, if I'm honest. Scored early, conceded. Then after that, they were all over us. Terrible performance. We then thought, let's do something to improve morale. We obviously played this friendly. 1-10-0, yes, great. But it didn't help because our next result was yet another draw. 1-1 with Palermo at home this time. Went 1-0 down. Got a point by some miracle. If you look at the stats, we were shocking. Absolutely awful today. How we got a point is beyond me. But Damiano getting us the only goal of the game for us after we went 1-0 down to a Lammers goal. We followed that up with another horrific performance. And after this game was when I changed all the staff members. 1-0 defeat to Venezia. Busio just completely destroyed us. He was the best player on the pitch by a country mile. And we were terrible. After the first game, after the change of staff members, and I'm not even joking, this was immediately after I changed my assistant, coaches, everybody in the club, including physios, including scouts. We went on and won our first game of the season. Finally. It took us till the 8th of October to win a match. And we did win 1-0 over Spezia, who were unbeaten at the time. Hainut getting the goal. And in the 93rd minute, he also saved a counter-attack by getting a red card, second yellow of the game. And honestly, if he didn't do that, they may have equalised. And I might have lost my head. But we did win that game because of that crucial decision he made, giving himself a 2-week fine on our principles. But it was the best decision he made. We followed that with another 1-0 victory over Cesena, away from home this time. Vergara assisting Guerre, the only goal of the game in the 46th minute, straight from kickoff in the second half, and we were much better in this game. We looked more like the Frosinone that I took over last season, and I was very, very happy. As you can see, the tactic has not changed. It's just the personnel in the back of the club, running the club, everybody, the director of football, the coaches, the physios, everything behind the closed doors has changed, and it's changed our fortunes. And in the very last game of the period before we come back for today for a game against Pisa, away from home, and a home game against Brescia, Union Brescia, we won 3-2 against a team at the top of the table at the time, AC Monza. They went 1-0 up. Then it was 1-1 with Vlahovic getting on the score sheet. Then it was 2-1 to them again. Then Guerre getting a goal with Vlahovic getting an assist. And Vergara in the 90th minute winning the game for us. Oyono with the assist. And as you can see, the team look back to their best. All of this, however, leaves us sat in, I believe, 11th place in the league. We've run away from the relegation area now. Obviously, last time you seen us, we were just drawing every game. And we are now closing in on the playoff position. We're only a point behind. Got a game in hand over Modena, who are just above us by a point. But now I feel like the team's flowing. Hopefully now we've turned on the camera, we're not going to have a major issue today. So let's hope we can continue our run and win a game in front of the cameras. Also, another little side note for you guys. Christoph Torok. He's become our regular starter. I do start him over Lauren Talai. I do start him over DeLeo. He is really growing as a player now. He's starting to develop quite nicely. And honestly, if he keeps going at this rate, he is going to be unbelievable. But today's squad, we got Barlocco in goal. Haynot at right back. Bernasconi at left back. Merton Ayhan at centre back alongside Eze, the two loanies. We got Biondini sat in the CDM position, another loanee. Guy? I think we'll call him Goo. No, we'll call him Goo. Goo in centre mid alongside Gere. Vergara in cam, just supporting Vlahovic and Torok. I am confident this team is good enough. Now I've watched them recently, we've been improving game by game. I do believe we've got a chance here today. So let's get into this. Fingers crossed we can get 3 points. We'll say if you carry on your performance, I'm sure we'll be okay. And we're not going to do any more there. Right, let's get into this. How today's weather affect? The weather's the same for both teams. You found some form. Are you figuring out how to tackle this fixture list? Hard work. What are you expecting for Pisa after a surprising defeat to Venezia? It's competitive business. Right, come on boys. Big win needed away from home. I honestly believe we've got a chance. The weather is awful today. Absolutely lashing it down with rain. But honestly, all we got to do is play our game and we've got a very good chance of getting 3 points today. As Monza already take the lead against Mongena, I just noticed it in the bottom corner there. Now, first highlight of the game. It took 38 minutes to see a highlight. And it's Pisa on the ball. I think it might be pronounced Pisa, like the Leaning Tower of Pisa. I'm presuming that's where this team's from. Oliveira out to Mbom, who goes past Bernasconi. Shoots. Nothing to worry about. This first half has been terrible. And that is halftime. Didn't get any better. That first half was dreadful. Right, fire up the boys. Let's go back out for the second half with no changes because everyone's reacted well to my team talk. So let's hope that will be enough just to give them a little bit of a boost and potentially have us find a way through them. Right, time for some changes. Torok's coming off. We're going to sub both strikers actually. Torok off for DeLeo and we're going to bring Talai on for Vlahovic. And Gere's going to make way for Andrew Moran. 3 changes on. Hopefully they can make a difference for us. And drop some courage as well. Right, we're going to get Gui off. And we're going to bring on Abubakar Cisse. And we're also going to get Vergara off. And bring on Damiano. Highlight as I just changed something. Fingers crossed this is not going to be a negative highlight. Moran does steal the ball. Moran gets it to Biondini. Plays it forward to Bernasconi. Bernasconi's on the edge of the box. Puts it in for Lauren Talai. Into DeLeo. Oh, what a save, Simone Scuffe. Oh, that was a big chance. As now Mosquera picks up the ball for Pisa. To Begic. Biondini's just been nutmegged, it looked like. Now it's Begic. Come on. No. Kande. Kande's in behind. Kande shoots and it's comfortable for Bolocco, sorry. We're going to demand more and just see if that gives us some... Like, give the players a bit of a kick up the arse here, maybe. Cisse to Damiano. Goes out wide there to Hainault. That's what we're looking for the overlapping wingbacks. Hainault into Cisse. Damiano. Cisse hits it. Blocked. Hainault. Get it in there. Haino in the middle. Cisse! Abubakar Cisse gives us the lead. And that is tremendous. I think that's his first ever goal for the club, I believe. It hasn't said it at the bottom. But that is brilliant. The substitute coming on, making a huge difference. Had a shot originally. It got blocked, but then was in the box for another attempt and puts it away. And we are now 1-0 up. Right, we're going to have to go to instructions. Going to go less tempo. Going to make sure we now pass to feet. That's all fine. Time wasting more often. Right. Lower press. Trigger press more often, but not much more often. We'll still do that. So that should be okay. Should be just enough to slow the game down so they can't get back into it. Biondini. Moran. Hainel. Biondini. Cisse. Moran. Moran holds it up nicely. Murtkan Ayan. Bernasconi. Finds Lauren Talai. Hits it from range. Just over the bar. Some praise just to give the team a little bit of confidence going into the last few minutes. Just hold on now, lads, please. Come on! 1-0 victory. Another 3 points to add to the tally. And that result will move us up into the playoffs. We're up into 6th place. What a turnaround this has been since the new staff have come in. We'll send our assistant to that. So, right, club, staff, coaching team, over here. Our new assistant manager is this man here. You all will know who this is. This is the Pepe from Real Madrid. Now, he's a better assistant than our previous guy. The reason I brought him in, determination, very, outstanding. That's great. Motivating, very good. Authority, elite. We all know what Pepe's like. Adaptability, very good. Possession, very good. Tactical, outstanding. Defending, elite. Judging player ability, good. Judging players' potential, average. But he can learn. He can get better. He is very, very good. And he does like the 4-4-2. Yes, he does like a different variant of the 4-4-2. But I felt like he was the right guy to bring in from the options we had. We also did hire some coaches. I'll run you through them now. That's one of our new coaches. There's another. There's another. Another. So all of these coaches here have a very good stat in something. And that's what we were looking for. Got a fitness coach there. That's the one that was already here. And then we got the outstanding fitness coach. Now what I'm very tempted to do is see if I can hire one more fitness coach. Now, would obviously require sacking that one. So we're going to have a quick look and see if there's one other fitness coach out there that's willing to join us. That's a little bit better at what they do. Right, so we'll do that. Medical, no. We need coaching. Fitness. There we go. We got an outstanding at the top there who is unemployed, which is also good. Got one here as well. So you need authority, you need determination and motivating. This is the man. Marco Michatili. Let's see. He's willing to join, so that's a good start. Exit talks. No one else is in for him at the minute. It's just us. So what we're going to do now, we're going to go to club. We're going to go to staff. Not responsibilities. That's the wrong one. Recruitment team. So we'll wait until he turns up and then we'll sack the other guy on the spot and just replace. Right, guys, we're here for the next fixture. Today we are home to Union Brescia and I am currently looking through some players that aren't fully fit for today's game. So I think what we're going to do is, so I don't get tempted to bring on, for example, Moran over here, we'll bring him off the bench and bring on Mengi. We're going to call him Mengi. We're going to nickname him Mengi. If, obviously, the game allows us to. That would be nice. Right, same squad as last week. I am tempted to drop Guerre because he hasn't performed well in training. But Dendonka's not obviously very good in that role. Cisse did pick up an injury midweek, but I think what we're going to do, actually, is we'll give Cisse the start. He's not that familiar with playing this position, but he seemed to score in it last week. Yeah, I think that's probably the best. Or can Mengi do it? Mengi could do it at a higher level. Or if you don't know who Mengi is, he is a 19-year-old from our academy. I think we'll give Mengi a start today and just see what he can do. Guerre should have been performing better in training. He'd be in the starting 11. But let's get into this. Mengi's not fully fit. Yeah, I'm aware of that because he just played for the under-20s. But let's get into this one, and 3 points again would be brilliant. Now, looking at the Union Brescia side, they have Mustafa Cisse. They have Marco Force, who we had on trial at one point. They signed Victor Bobson, who I tried to sign, and he went there instead. So there's a couple players, and Simone Oluieto, who was at Renate with us as well. I think we'll be fine, though. We're favourites. We should be winning this. This is an important match. Let's make it count. Let's go with that. Huge win needed today. Let's make advantage of our home ground. We've got to play well at home. We've got to start winning the games at home. That's a priority. And that's why we're going to go instantly positive from the start here. As Gui does well there. It's Vergara. Vlahovic into Bernasconi. First highlight of the game. We're still going forward with it. Bernasconi, can he get it into the middle? He's got not much support. Does find Vlahovic. Nearly played the ball into Mengi. Now it's Biondini. Gives it away, but then wins it back. Bernasconi. Biondini. Into Gay. Or Gui. Vergara. Vlahovic. Torok! Is he on? I don't know if he's on, guys, so I'm just delaying my reaction. I have no idea. I think he might be marginally offside, and he was. I don't know if it was him that was offside or Vlahovic, but one of them has been judged to be offside, and there's nothing we can do. So he's offside here, but he doesn't receive the ball here, I don't think. Oh, Torok's just slightly ahead of the defender. Is what it is. But, promising start. Now it's Mengi on the ball. To Bernasconi. Good ball in. Cleared away. Hainel. Into Gui. Vergara. Biondini. Lovely ball. Hainel gets it in the middle. Torok nearly attacks it, but it's gone in. There's an own goal. Henning Matrianciani, who was actually another player that we had at Renate. Henning Matriciani. I definitely had him, and the name does ring a bell to me, but it is 1-0. He has got the unfortunate side of putting the ball into his own net. He's headed it in off the post, and we do lead here in 4 minutes at home. The pressure we're putting teams on at the moment is exactly what I wanted at the start of the season, but we need to start. We needed to start making it count, and I don't think our coaches were good enough to teach what I wanted to do. Now, I feel like they are. So he's probably putting the discipline into the players. But Vergara now with the corner kick, delivers it in. Torok gets there. What a save, Gori. That is a tremendous save from their goalkeeper. That's Vergara again in the centre on the halfway line. Into Bosconi. Lovely ball forward to Mengi. Can Mengi get it in the middle? Heavy touch. Bernasconi. Into Vlahovic. Hainault's going to take a touch and hit it, I think. Saved by Gori. Torok's tried to follow it in. And it has not ended up in the back of the net. And I think Torok might have been offside there on the ball back into the box. But the referee doesn't care about that. Hainault. Back to Eze. Back to Hainault. Gets challenged by Bocchi. But Hainault keeps it in. Gui. Hainault. Going into the box. Good delivery. Vlahovic over the bar. Biondini's giving it away very, very sloppily there. Now it's Lazar Bazal. Force. Going forward with it. Could have been playing for us, but we decided he wasn't the right man for our club. Force into the middle. Cisse. Good block. Now it's Eze. Running forward with it. I think this highlight might be continuing. Gives it to Vergara. Finds Vlahovic. He's got a man overlapping him. Does find Torok. Torok's in behind. Torok scores! And Christoph Torok doubles our lead. And he has got, I think it's his first league goal. I believe it is anyway. I know yes, it is his first league goal. He scored in the cup. But now he's scored in the league. And he's going to probably be the league's youngest ever goal scorer. And that was a brilliant finish. He's just toe poked it past the keeper. No chance. And that does bring us to half time. I'm very happy. You know, you're doing brilliantly. Keep it going. We're going to bring Mengi off at half time. And we're going to bring on Guerre because obviously he has to learn that he cannot be underperforming in training. Otherwise, you will not play for me. It's simple as that. We're going to bring off Biondini. And we're going to bring on Cisse in the CDM role for this game. Underway for the second half now. Bernasconi has a throw-in deep inside of their half. Vergara plays it into Vlahovic, and that is a tremendous finish. Vanja Vlahovic makes it 3-0 to Frosinone. And I don't know what's happened, but obviously the coaches are doing their job. And I'm in absolute shock with how quick it's turned around. I thought it would take a month or two for them to, gel as the coaches, for the players to understand what the coaches wanted. But no, it was immediately. Soon as they joined, things just turned around. And it is a massive improvement. Right, we're going to make some changes. Torok's going to come off. Now we're going to bring on Lauren Talai, and we're going to get Gui off as well. And we're going to bring on Leonardo Dendonka. And we're also going to rest Eze for Jesper Darland. One thing I've got to remember is the two defenders on the bench are my own players. The two I've been starting are on loan. So I need to keep those two happy as well. But absolutely nothing else happened. We have got another 3 points, 6 points from today's episode. And that moves us up into 4th place and only a point off of automatic. You wouldn't have been saying that at the end of last episode when we were in dire need. But we haven't changed anything tactics-wise. Sometimes it's just the staff that are the problem. And my word, this is a huge improvement. Right, what we need to do now, guys, is see when you're going to be rejoining us for the next episode. So let's have a quick look. I may well play Vincenza Reggiana, Modena Mantova off camera. And probably Padlova as well. So we'll come back. So we're going to miss the whole of November. We're going to go through November off camera. December, we're going to play Arezzo and Carrarese in our next episode. So guys, I hope you have enjoyed today's episode. If you did, please drop a like. It really does help me out. Leave some comments down below who your favourite players in our team right now are and what you're expecting from us this season. Let me know if you think we should go up. If you think we'll be in the automatics, do you think we'll be in the playoffs? Do you think we'll win the league? Or do you think we're going to slip up and drop out of the playoff positions? Also, please drop a sub if you are new around here. I've noticed a few more views recently. If you could drop a sub, that would help me massively. My aim is to get to 100 subs soon. If we can get to 100 subs, I'll be very, very extremely happy. And I appreciate every single one of you that has subbed so far. But yeah, very positive episode today, different from the last one, but I really do hope you guys have enjoyed, and I have been K-PlaysFM, and I shall see you later.